Hey there, welcome to the Hot Slice, the weekly podcast brought to you by Pizza Today magazine. I'm your host, Jeremy White, editor in chief of Pizza Today, joined by none other than the one, the only executive editor, Denise Greer. Hey, Denise.
Afternoon, Jeremy. How are ya?
Afternoon. That's very,
Afternoon.
I don't know, what is that?
Trying to
I
be
don't know.
British. I don't know. No,
It,
I,
it,
I
it
have no
sounded
British
British.
accent.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. I
It's
don't
fine.
know.
It's fine.
Hey, so today's podcast, I'm just going to get right to it because I'm so excited
It's a
about
good one and a long one.
the personality. Mike Bausch, founder, owner, co-owner, co-founder, because I think I don't know.
Yeah.
I got to get it right. I think his brother's involved as well. But Mike runs Andolini's Pizzeria in
Mhm.
Tulsa, Oklahoma. Andolini's worldwide because he has other
Yeah.
concepts
Yeah,
as
he
well.
does.
And he's going to get into all of that. Mike contributes a monthly column to Pizza Today magazine that we call very creative and original Mike's monthly tip.
Good
But
one.
that's really what it is. Every month he provides a tip that if you own a pizzeria, it's going to help you out.
Yeah.
He also speaks at Pizza Expo, Pizza
Mhm.
Pasta Northeast.
Yeah.
He delivered a killer keynote address at Pizza Expo back in
2020.
2021, August
2021. Yeah.
2021. Um, and he is going to do a couple seminars and demonstrations at the upcoming Pizza Pasta
Mhm.
Feast show in Atlantic City in October. So Mike's always got a lot going on,
Yeah.
and we love Mike.
Yeah. The best thing about Mike too is he's real. Like he tells you his successes, but he also goes right into, hey, we failed and I don't want you to fail in this way. So here's what
Yeah,
we learned. Like
yeah,
that. I love that about Mike. He's just real and he tells it how it is.
yeah,
And,
absolutely.
and that's why
So
he's a favorite at when he speaks.
he is. He always he kills it. He always does a great. He comes prepared. He comes ready to knock it out of the park. He doesn't he doesn't ever give less than his best, less than 100%. He's a bulldog that if there's a
Yeah.
task, he's gonna knock down that brick wall and he
Yeah.
kills it every time.
Yeah. And stick around in the podcast because he's going to tell you right where pricing should be and what he thinks about it. So I think you need to get into that mode when you get to that section of the podcast because he tells it like it is.
Absolutely. So you know what? Like I said, we had a great and long conversation with Mike. So let's get him on and dive right in.
All right, here's Mike.
Performance Food Service is proud to deliver high-quality products, innovative technology, and custom operational solutions to restaurants of all sizes across the country. The flagship division of Performance Food Group, with deep roots in the restaurant industry, Performance Food Service has been the exclusive distributor of the Roma family of brands for more than 65 years. This signature relationship has allowed Performance Food Service to become a leader in the pizza and Italian segment of food service nationwide. Hear that? That's the sound of a pizza being made with delicious Baccio cheese. For the past decade, Baccio has provided customers exceptional Italian pizza cheese with its signature kiss of buffalo milk. With a superior melt, endless stretch, and a rich, creamy taste beyond compare, Baccio is honored to celebrate this 10-year anniversary with all of its partners. Schedule a demonstration at bacciocheese.com/hotslice to learn more. Pizza's your legacy. Build it with Baccio. Looking to grow your pizzeria or restaurant? Then you'll want to try the power of a cloud-based POS system. With Hunger Rush, you'll get everything you need. This fully integrated restaurant management system allows you to easily streamline operations, accelerate the delivery process, and grow your business through Hunger Rush 360 marketing. And it's so easy to use. Want AI-powered text ordering? It's built in. Need to track orders? No problem. Schedule a personalized demo at hungerrush.com today.
I see the
Mike,
puppy in the
we're
back.
definitely going to get into your involvement at Pizza Pasta Northeast, Atlantic City. But before we do that, I want to back up a little bit. You are now and have been for some time the newly anointed, somewhat newly anointed president of the World Pizza Champions. So you are now you've taken over the helm of that. Tell me what that entails. Obviously, you're very busy running your business. What exactly does it mean to be leading the World Pizza Champions?
It's a real big honor. To people that don't know, the World Pizza Champions is a group of pizza makers from across America and the world, really,
Yeah.
that are chosen each year, and it's been around since Tony Gimignani invented it, close to, like 17 years ago. And it started small with the founders, and it grew, and I was brought on, I think 2009, and it became, with everyone doing their own thing, more and more islands, like great islands.
Mhm.
And I thought, what if instead of having the Iron Man movie and the Thor movie, we could make an Avengers movie, really bring it together,
Yeah.
really make this into a group. And I took all the stuff that I had already kind of been doing locally in Tulsa with, I'm in, multiple chamber of commerces, multiple, along with actually being in store. I still make pizza, but I want to ingratiate myself in the community. But if we go into this town, I was on all these boards, and I was just absorbing, this is how they work when they work well, this is what happens when they go wrong, this is how they communicate well, this is how it fails. So I brought all of these guys together, girls, and just said, what if we did it this way? What if we kind of were a 501c3? What if we did stuff for Make-A-Wish? What if we did all these things? And obviously that was not all my doing.
Sure.
Scott Anthony had all
Yeah.
sorts of ideas about what to do with charities, and Tony just is still easily the smartest guy in pizza. And I'm just
Right.
good at organizing. So
Yeah.
take all these guys, maximize their value, and Tony has a lot on his plate, and he's like, I've kind of maxed out on you take it this other direction and grow it bigger. I'm still on the team. And that's what we're doing now. And we got some we are in process right now on a World Pizza Champion cookbook.
Oh, nice.
We're gonna have all, this has never been done in any cookbook I'm aware of, where all the contributors are physically going to be on site to show their pizza and photograph their pizza, instead of it being separate people doing it on their behalf. So we're going to do this massive photo shoot. We have all these things going on, and I'm very stoked.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's amazing. You're also, do you want to talk about a little bit about January, or do you want to keep all that hush hush at the moment?
Let me just say that in January, we're going to do this photo shoot, and we're also going to do, we're going to go for a record, a big record, and I'll leave it at that for now. But what we're going to do is do more things to benefit Make-A-Wish, do more things to increase your awareness, to Joe Blow Pizza's awareness of certain pizza makers that you absolutely know, the Tony Gimignani's of the world, the Tony Trianos, the Jeff Smokoviches. See more of what they're doing, and then people that you might not know as much about, but are lifers. No one on the team is like, yeah, I'm doing pizza till I can sell the restaurant and do this other thing. These are people that are wholly dedicated to pizza, and we're maximizing their value to the world and showing them off so that they could do more in their communities. And that's the big win. It's not like an A to B play.
Yeah.
Everything we've done with Andolini's, even what I do with pizza today, is how can I bring the most value and then just see what happens? Not how can I get the most money for this one thing. And that's what our goal is with the World Pizza Champions, to give the most value to America and to greater, Canada, to South America, through these pizza makers, show what they're doing on this high level. And I believe it'll benefit everyone.
Yeah, really cool. All right,
exciting.
So we're not going to say anything else about it, but just for everyone listening to the podcast, just know that in January, it's going to be a really big deal. And as we get closer to that time, we'll bring Mike, a couple others back onto the podcast, and we'll talk about it and divulge some details. So stay tuned on that.
Nice.
Denise, we need to switch gears now and talk about Pizza Pasta Northeast, just in Atlantic City.
Yeah, one thing I want to talk about very first at PP&E, because you have a workshop on maximizing online ordering. And Mike, I'm going to tell you, I'm totally giving this away from the survey that we did. I was so shocked and surprised at the amount of people that still had zero revenue coming from online ordering. I mean, just I was like, wow, I did not know that number would be as high as it was. So I think there are a lot of people that still need the education on online ordering and how to successfully do it. So in lies you and your expertise on online ordering.
I really enjoy the game of this, like great pizza, fermentation, that's paramount. It's just a base necessity, but then it's how do you get it to the person?
Mhm.
And to not do online ordering or to do it poorly or to be like, well, okay, if you want it, here it is. It's, I mean, when COVID happened, we went from 85% dine in, 15% full 180 switch, 85% to go purely
Yeah.
from online. So now it's 2022. People would say, well, of course the numbers come down, probably came down maybe 15, maybe 20. It's 46. It's 46% is still online.
Yeah.
I mean, if go just think of it and if you don't buy that, maybe I'm an anomaly. When was the last time you saw a line at Chipotle? Chipotle had a line every single damn day of the week.
Yeah.
And now it's the bags of food on the shelf are filled, but there ain't no line. People are using their phones, they're going in, they're picking up, they're getting out of Dodge.
Yeah. And it's, I mean, you look at our own habits as individuals. I mean, I am going to, before I go pick something up, I'm going to get on my phone and I'm going to order it and I'm just going to go pick it up. That way I don't have to wait. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to stand in line. I mean, it's just now a part of our daily habits. It's now become habit. And that was the big breaking point, I think, with online ordering is now it's fully ingrained into our culture. It's just, it's habit. It's what we do.
And my goal with the people that come to this show, or just in general, is how do we take it and make all of us, me included, do this like the big boys? What are they doing? What can you do that doesn't sully your profit? That doesn't sully your value proposition? It makes you look legit and doesn't cost anything to do.
Yeah.
There's some things that are just basic level stuff. A professional photo shoot, that's an easy one that isn't a magic thing, but you're like, of course. Well, if you're taking a bush league photo or there's not a photo of your pizza, you're already, it's like, well, why do I really need photos? It says pepperoni pizza. I need to believe it as your consumer visually, especially even if I've been there, but especially if I haven't. That's an easy one. But if everything on your menu has to have a photo, everything.
Yeah.
And
well, not to interrupt, I'm so glad you said that though, because one of my biggest pet peeves, and to this day, it's 2022, we're knocking on 2023. I still go in pizzerias and see stock art
of their pizza.
Like for example, their pizza may be a tavern style cut into squares, really thin. And the photo on the menu is clearly a hand tossed, thicker edge pepperoni pizza that they purchased the photo of. When really we all have these in our pockets, and these take amazing photos, right?
Yes.
If you put them in appropriate lighting. To have a photo of a pizza on your menu that is not your pizza just drives me crazy.
It does.
And that's, I'm going to get into those base level issues. Like, I don't think the guy who's still doing that is going to show up to the seminar.
I think you might be right, Mike.
You might wander in, right?
I think he's like, I know what I'm doing. And also, if you're talking in that voice, it's also not all
that was a Hanna-Barbera voice. Did you voice acting in the previous life?
This is Mike Andolini. I don't know. But the point being, I want to talk about really, if you are doing online and you're doing well, I've done a few different things that I think, and I call it experience share. I'm not the bastion of all things. I'm going to tell you what's working and what I failed at so you can benefit from it. And I can say this for my speeches, especially, but also everyone you guys choose. I'm going to make sure the hour or hour and a half does not suck. I'm going to make sure well, if you want pizzas to sell better, I'm not going to bore you. I'm going to try and make it entertaining. And it's a good point about Pizza Pasta Northeast and the differential. What I like about it a lot is you get people who get a lot more attention with the speakers.
Yeah.
You're getting the value of like a $40,000 consultancy group.
Yeah.
For the price of just entry. You get to go to the speeches, and then talk to people during, ask your questions, ask after, and ROI is insane because I've been in that position where I went and I asked questions and I went home, implemented the stuff, And oh wow, an extra $3,000 a week because of that idea. Well, over the course of a year, it's $150,000 idea in a year from a nugget at a trade show. And that's why I especially like the Jersey show, because you get a lot of them because there's less people in the room. It's just Vegas is just big.
Yeah.
And last Vegas, holy God, we thought it was going to be busy, and it was like standing room only. So a lot of people just could not get their question in. I'm looking forward to the people who are really looking to to progress or get through a theoretical recession. And that's what it's going to be about next month for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not all you're doing. What else are you doing out there? Let's talk about a demonstration on pasta.
We have two.
We've got two. Demos. Let's start with pasta.
So I'm going to take a fine dining approach to pasta that you could do. And what my goal of any demo I do is, if you are single unit store, simple, executable, profitable items. I could do a spaghetti carbonara with all fresh pasta and, you know, truffle oil. We could go that far, but I'm going to give you stuff that you probably mostly have, and you can execute at a high level with 16-year-olds making it and have a profit percentage that lands, and do it in catering. That's the value proposition I want in anything that I do as a demo, that you get a lot of value in things that you can immediately take and make live. So we'll do that for fine things that come across as fine dining, and then what to do with raviolis in a simple executable way as well.
Nice.
Outstanding. Mike, talk about in Andolini's, how much pasta do you sell? A typical day, you know, just an average run of the mill day. How's it stack up next to your pizza sales?
Pizza accounts for about 70% of all food items sold.
Sure.
And then pasta will fluctuate. Weekends are a little heavier, anywhere from 5 to 10%. 10% though, that's the whole cream of the restaurant, and it's a very low food cost item when done properly.
That's what I was going to say. It's a high profit item, correct?
Yes, very much so. And there's ways to position it where it can be like, hey, buy 2 pizzas, get a pan of spaghetti pasta. And you can make that seem like what I believe in is added value. Because let's say I could make this spaghetti look like it's a $30 pan, and we sell it for $30.
Yeah.
Now, if I get that for free, that has a lot more value than if I was to take $5 off the pizza.
Yeah.
But they both cost about the same. So I can $5. You're going to get all this value and get more people in to buy. Let's say when you buy 4 pizzas, you get a pan of pasta for the family pack. It's a very low food cost item that is an added value proposition, can help you hit better food costs, because you got a 2 pizza person to order 2 more pizzas for the hope of getting this extra pan of pasta to have food for quite a while.
Yeah. Absolutely. And then to flip that on its head, in really good economic times, right? You could also use that as a great upsell. Hey, buy a large pizza, get a spaghetti to go for $6.99 or $5 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you look at pasta too, and if it's prepared well and right, you can actually save on labor as well doing that. Because if you really think ahead and prep it correctly, you can hit those labor costs as well.
For sure. There's so many approaches to pasta that I don't think, there's that Family Guy joke about, is it a pizza salad, a pizzeria salad, where it's going to be a chunky tomato and just a peppercini on the salad, and it just doesn't look like any other salad you would ever see except pizzeria. Pizzerias get that dings on pasta. There's no reason a pizzeria can't. And truth be told, in a New Jersey sense, because I grew up in New Jersey, a pizzeria has a restaurant component selling pasta.
Yes.
A pizza place sells slices. So a pizzeria should be selling a damn near full Italian menu. And I like having a solid ass pasta that really isn't just, here you go, if you want it, there it is. Like, I like some zing to it. Some restaurants just do pure fresh pasta, but one item. And if you're doing one item at a single unit, but you're doing it well, you can build fanfare and not need any others.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this, because you and I were texting back and forth the other day, and you were like, my to go right now is insane.
Same.
That's where it's at. Now, we all know nothing's better than when the plate of pasta is as fresh as it gets, just like, let's say, a Neapolitan pizza, right? It boom, right in front of you right now.
Yes.
Knowing that your to go is exploding, and as we maybe enter a recession and all these things, right, to go is going to really be where it's at. How did that change your approach to your pasta, knowing that your customers are going to take that home?
It affected us pushing baked pasta more, because
Gotcha.
baked pasta does not care.
No,
Uh,
it's better.
The al dente, yeah, it is. The al dente side, like, I lean heavily, especially in this marketplace. It has a higher intrinsic value. People just believe a baked pasta has more value than a regular spaghetti. It's because it has cheese baked on it, you know. So theoretically, but it's just, oh, it's baked. That took some time. And you can get more for it without adding protein. And then it's great because you add protein, like, and do an upcharge of chicken, chicken, or add meatballs.
Yes.
That's a big thing I'm going to talk about the online, and the way we maximize profit is have a solid base item with no add-ons. And then categorically have your online structure add this. Want to maximize it? Great. That way it's the customer who made it that price, not you.
Yeah.
But it's like, well, it was $13, but by the time they're done, it's like 22. But they made it, they're the reason, and now you're getting something for $22 you couldn't otherwise. I paid $27 for a salad the other day.
Yeah.
Salad.
Yeah.
And I was like, but that's the salad I want. And this doesn't happen by accident, as we well know. So I gotta keep it lean and tight, and gotta get that salad right. So that's what I spent the money on. And that's exactly what you see very highly executable online ordering doing. And that could be done with your pasta as well.
I'm glad you said that. I can't remember who it was, but Denise and I did a podcast. It's been a long time ago, probably over a year ago. And I can't remember who the guest was, but he was talking about his online ordering. And he's like, I realized one day that people would just put in the comments, please include a side of ranch, please include extra cheese, or please include this or that. And he realized one day, wow, I'm leaving a lot of money on the table. And he went through and he revamped his online ordering menu and the way it's done. And now the side of ranch is $1.50 or what, I can't remember, 99 cents, whatever it was. But all of a sudden he went from literally giving away product to monetizing product just by simply looking at his online ordering mechanisms. And it's just the days of giving away 2 sides of ranch dressing are
they're done.
They're gone.
McDonald's isn't giving away sweet and sour sauce for free anymore.
Yeah.
I always say, do your food from a highly culinarily sound perspective, but do your ops from what you see the biggest boys doing. What is Domino's doing? What is McDonald's doing? And if you see a charge, if you see a thing, if you see them doing a banner ad, you see anything, like, there's about $1 million of development into why they made that decision. I can just bypass it and do that today.
Yeah. I think sometimes the small guys do make that, they want to be so different than the chains that they don't understand that sometimes if you're looking at the systems and the ops, you really need to look at the big guys because they've put so much research and development into that stuff. I mean, it's incredible.
I completely agree. And even portioning right now, it's getting insane. All things coming into this fourth quarter of how insane commodity pricing has been, that if you haven't changed your pricing on your menu, you're behind the 8 ball. But I think a lot of restaurants don't want to do shrinkflation, and I get that. I don't want to either. I don't want to like sully my product to match the economy. And if you're not going to increase prices, what you can do, at least if nothing else, is portion with more thoughtfulness.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've been doing weighing cheese for years with a camera on it. We switched that last week, and we're pre-bagging it So there's
Oh,
not
wow.
not one iota of a miss. And that's how far. It's almost like a draconian level change to
Mhm.
get that far. But when cheese has just blown up, flour bags are 60% more than they used to be. And that might
Mhm.
come down, but you get your best learned behavior from damn near dire situations. And
Mhm.
this is
Mhm.
there. So portion control could get you there. Doing things smart and upselling could get you there. And just a high awareness of the value proposition to the customer is all about what this next 6 months is going to be.
Yeah, I agree.
Mike, which do you think a customer more readily notices and perhaps negatively? Let's say, since we were talking pasta earlier, if you reduced, let's say your typical pasta serving, spaghetti and meatballs, whatever, was 8 ounces, and you cut it to 6.5 ounces. Or if you raise the price from $14 to $16, which one do you think the customer picks up on quicker? Like, oh, wait a minute, you raised prices, or whoa, wait a minute, I used to get more food.
It's an interesting thing. I mean, you're going to get a lot more bang for your buck by adding money or like adding a charge, because
Right,
that's 2 straight bucks. Saving a little on food cost
right.
is not going to be nearly as noticeable. Now, the beauty of the inflation of the moment is pretty much any coherent, normal person is like, yeah, that's just the way it is on both
Yeah.
sides of political
Yeah.
spectrums. Everyone is either, yeah, that's just the price of doing business, or yeah, I get it. The few and far between that still look at pizza as a commodity, which I'm not going to deny totally exists. There is still going to be someone,
Oh yeah,
you ask today, how much should a pepperoni pizza cost? And it'll say the same price they would have said
$9.99
in 1980. In 1980, it would have been $9.99.
Yeah.
1990, $9.99.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2010, $9.99. And there's
Yeah.
still that customer who believes that
Yeah.
pizza should always be this price.
Yeah.
With that on the table, there's a lot of opportunity. I would say increase the price a little.
Mhm.
And there's a lot to be said about menu logic. Like, if you take the highest price thing on your menu and increase that, now your ceiling has raised. But if you take mid-level stuff and
Mhm.
go up a little here and there, no one notices. Just no one notices. Now, onto your point about reducing ounces. If you have a big bowl of pasta that you're already like overflowing, and you
Yeah.
take this big bowl that was overflowing and just it overflows a little less, no
Yeah.
one notices. If it used to come to the exact edge of the brim, and now it's a little bit different because I have a point of perception of the past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm aware.
Now
Yeah.
they notice.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting. And to your point too, about prices. So I have a family of four. I have two boys. One night after baseball ended late, hadn't eaten yet. Our truly only option was a McDonald's drive-through, or go home and make peanut butter and jelly at 10 p.m. Right. So family of four, $58. Now for $58, I could have come to Andolini's
Yeah.
and had a pretty good meal, right? So
Mhm.
Yeah,
$58 to the
pizzas.
McDonald's drive-through. But that's where we're at right now. And I'm not hating on McDonald's because I'm in the food industry like you. I know what's going on out there.
Yeah.
But man, $58 for four people in the McDonald's drive-through is we're like, wow, we definitely could have gone. We started naming off places we could have gone, sat down, been waited on by a server, left a tip.
I'm a little
Yeah.
fascinated. We did not touch the dollar menu that day, did we, Jeremy? That was
I have two teenage boys, but in their
that's a Big
defense,
Mac with mac sauce.
that's the
Yes.
thing. I do have two teenage boys, but in their defense, they just got one meal each. It wasn't like, give me 4 Big Macs or any of that. So I was like, wow.
For sure. And that's so the person who's like hesitating to increase prices. If you didn't increase prices here, you are a hobbyist.
You're in
You are
trouble.
not a business owner.
Yeah.
You're in trouble.
It's straight up.
Yeah.
Straight up, you're a hobbyist for this.
And
Yeah.
oh, go ahead, Mike. Go
No,
ahead.
that's all. I was just thinking about the dollar slice dead. The places
Yes.
that haven't changed anything dead.
No.
And also, I don't have any problem saying this. When I walk through those like places that are like, oh, $2.50 slice in New York City. I'm like, that is a front. There's something dirty going on. There is no way on God's green earth that is what they sell to make profit for that business.
You know, like something I see, and I see this like especially because I'm a bike traveler. I like to go hundreds of miles on my bike, and where I see this a lot is I'm going on these rail trails through these little itty bitty towns, these very small towns where maybe there's 2 restaurants, 3 restaurants, 4 restaurants in the whole entire town. And I go in and I eat, and I'm shocked that I'm eating for like $8 and I'm getting this huge meal for $8, or that I can get a whole medium pizza for $12, you know? And I'm looking at these small towns like, you know, could price increases work in rural America? Like, will they accept it? And I feel like they have to, you know? I mean, what do you think about those areas?
I think it's I'm surrounded by rural.
Yeah,
That's what I was
yeah,
gonna
you
say.
are.
Yeah, but you don't have to drive very far before
No.
you are in.
20
I mean,
minutes.
I am in a very cool city with a lot of really tons of concerts, tons of more restaurants per person here than New York City.
Yeah.
But I go 20 minutes east, west, north, or south, and I am in cow country.
Yeah.
And they will hang. They will hang. What they want is to feel special.
Yeah.
That's what they want. I will also say, here's you can increase the price, and when they don't increase the price, it's fear or laziness. It's nothing else.
Yeah.
Fear or laziness. It's not out of some altruistic goal. I have no problem. I've never gotten like drug lord level Lambo money from pizza selling. That's not what I'm rolling in. There's like this price gouging. I'm like, you're charging for ranch mall. That is buttermilk mixed in house that we're giving you a quarter of a pint of. Yes, I'm going to charge you for that. Would you accept the notion of things being for free is a hard thing. Some customers, in all fairness, there should be a packaging charge. When a pizza box costs $1 plus for a 20-inch, and you're putting a liner in it and doing all the right things, that customer in-house if the pizza was $20 and we're adding $2 in packaging, that's the whole profit.
Yeah.
They really should. The customer is not going to buy off on that. They will accept a $22 pizza before they will accept a packaging fee.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
It's hard. There's all these perception things that we deal with, and then we have to test run across, not just do them. If we do, we test run it at one store. And that's the benefit of what I like to do with what I do is I can see it in the suburb, the main store, the rich town, the less rich town. And I see this across all of it, and I will test run it. And I get to say that, hey, I have a very good awareness of American society here in Tulsa. A lot of right, a lot of left, a lot of rich, a lot of poor, a lot of middle. And I can see what the population absorbs. And packaging fee will not be absorbed currently.
Yeah, I wouldn't see that working either. Oh my goodness.
But charging for pepper or parm packets will. It will. It's crazy. Like I'll take that. That's fine. I understand that has a fee.
That's funny. That's crazy.
It makes total sense though. So hey, talk about Andolini's a little bit, because I know we've talked a lot about some of the things that you're going to contribute to other people by virtue of what you're going to talk about at Pizza Pasta Northeast. But what's going on with your business right now?
A lot of, we don't stop, and I'm 17 or 18 years deep into this since I started, and I consistently am updating and changing and evolving. And what I'm noticing right now is the need to bring things into an online portal, and I'm working on building an app that brings all of our restaurants together that could then keep the customer in our system of, hey, you bought this, now you can get this. You bought this, now you can get this, which is loyalty, not rewards. A lot of people confuse rewards with loyalty. I want them loyally getting the benefit of being in with us. And then build, we just did a menu change. We're condensing because it's all about greasy, fast speed right now. Speed. Additionally to that, I'm noticing this is a big one. We're taking our top selling, most food cost aware pizza. That's also my favorite to eat. And it's our 20-inch like margarita Brooklyn style pizza.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We're having that pre-made. Now, when I say pre-made, I'm like just racked up, unbaked,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
about 5 at a time.
Okay.
And we're saying, if you want a pizza, we can make that. We have a pizza, the Brooklyn style pizza we can make immediately if
We
you
can
want
have
that.
right away.
Right.
Boom.
Like, boom. No, like, well, I don't know if I wanted that 20. That's fine. Order whatever you want. But if you want us to throw it in your oven right now,
Yeah.
we could do this. And that level of convenience and people appreciating that their time on this earth is limited and they will pay a premium for their
Mhm.
time is a market. And one of my managers came up with this. He just tried it and it was gangbusters. So
Really?
he sold out of all of them within half hour.
Of
Because
course.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh well, we got a babysitter. Oh, we're trying to go to see this movie. We got this thing. Yeah. Give me that.
Yeah.
Same quality, but by gearing the customer towards what we ideally want them to purchase and making it in their best interest to do so
Mhm.
is a seek of mutual beneficial product awareness. And that's what I'm looking towards with Andolini's is how can we maximize the customer experience in multiple ways that's also beneficial to us and to the server to get more table turns, to the restaurant to be a more cohesive unit.
Yep. That's it right there. I mean, that's what
great.
you want.
Outstanding. What about the gelato side? The gelateria. What's up with that?
As we switched Andolini's to be Andolini's Worldwide because it's just fantastically stupid of a name. Because
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
So we have 5 Andolini's pizzerias and our food truck. Our food truck last week was at Rocklahoma, and it did its biggest sales in the history of the truck in 3 days at this festival.
Wow.
We have a lot of good things going on. Our fine dining restaurant, Prossimo, is winning a lot of accolades as being, one of the finest restaurants in Tulsa. And I'm not just saying this as a braggy beaver. We're stoked about it. The issue is lunches. A lot of people go for birthdays and anniversaries. So my mindset always is, how do we maximize this output? So we're adding ghost kitchens to it.
Yeah.
We're not like hiding it. My chefs can make an amazing burger. So we're just, instead of adding a burger simply to the menu, gonna do it as a separate DoorDash concept and put it out there as that. They could do an amazing salad. We'll come up with 6 more and do that as a ghost concept on top of the restaurant.
That's awesome.
The brand and company are doing that. Tara with Zazas is just coming up with, she's introduced grandma style to Tulsa. We
saw
brought
that.
Detroit style like 5 years ago. Now grandma's new to this area. And I'm sure other people will do that too, but we always want to be at the forefront of what's happening in our neck of the woods. And she destroys. So that's what we're doing as a company. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about leading with making employee satisfaction high, having group parties that are, again, low cost, high result. We're building morale, building a team, building I dig this place because they dig me. And even going into like Christmas time, right now we're planning how for every of that pizza that we want people to buy.
It's that time of year. You got to think of that now.
You got to think right now. It's early September. I got a plan for November and then go through all Christmas now. If you're not planning for Christmas right now, you're not doing it right.
Right.
So we're going to have a promotion where for every pizza you buy, we're going to give a pair of socks to Tulsa's homeless, not a theoretical. We're going to buy the socks and deliver them to a absolute zero profit, zero money, zero payroll facility called Nightlight City Lights Tulsa. That's going to put them on the feet of Tulsans. And by doing that, a win for our community, a win for our pizzeria. And here's the thing I did not know until last year. The reason why I'm saying this whole story is not hey, look at how great I am. It's not by doing things like that, I figured, okay, great, cool. It's just the right thing to do. You owe that to society, Mike Bausch. Our employees that say they've stayed with us for 4 years, when we had them all fill out a whole thing and do a long talk, was it their benefits? Was it this or that? Most of them said it's because you guys aren't BS and you actually care and you do these things. And I never thought, because I'm not telling them that we're doing these things. They're just seeing it.
They see it.
And I think that's I felt guilt after that because I'm like, wow, it did benefit us even though we're trying not to advertise it. And my advice to people listening is do cool stuff for the community, because your employee group cares that they're a part of an organization that gives a crap. And if you are just like, hey, we donate to the kids when they ask for us to give us a pizza, go further, because that's how we got through the hiring crisis, is because they were very more ride or die mentality. If we didn't do this, I don't think we would have gone through it nearly as well.
Absolutely. I think a lot of people very much talk a good talk, and it's in their business plan, and it's, it's out there about, they talk about what they're going to do, but then the action doesn't follow up with that. Actions speak way more than the words, and people are going to notice. It's not bragging to show the types of things that you do, and you don't even have to show it because they see it. They're involved in it.
Yeah,
because I advantageously do not show it. I hate this. It's a personal thing. There's nothing I hate more than seeing an ad at the Super Bowl about, look at all the donations we've done this year. I'm like, hey there, a-hole, you're advertising $1 million ad about all the donations you've done. How about just don't and donate that? I hate when I see like people roll up with a massive banner to some homeless shelter and they're donating 10 pizzas and they're like, we did something good for
look at us.
I hate that. So I was surprised that it did turn around and help. And I think that's just the advice my personal experience share is go all in on some stuff, and you don't have to say a damn word, and
they're
it's gonna resonate.
Yeah, they're gonna see it. I love it. Oh man, Mike, it's always fun to have you on the show, because I just always learn so much, and you're just a wealth of knowledge. You're a gift to this industry, man.
I'll feather in my cap to these. Thank you.
There you go. I love it.
Mike, thank you so much. I cannot wait to see what you do at PP&E. It sounds super exciting. I know that you will be entertaining and informative. I know you will kill it. I can't wait. And thank you so much for spending part of the day with us.
Hey, thank you guys. Have a great rest of your weekend. Everyone listening, hit me up. Let's talk at Pizza Pasta Northeast. Don't be shy. Come with your questions. Email me now if you have them. I don't care. Mike@andopizza.com. That's my real email. No assistant. Let's get some things happening. Let's help you out.
No, he's not just Smokovich. He's not in his private plane yet. No assistant. Thanks, Mike. We'll see you, buddy.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Bye.